Hey, it's hard to believe this camera only cost me 113 bucks. This could be a good option for you. This is the Canon Vixia R800. What you see is what you get. You're getting the image quality and the audio quality exactly the way it comes out of the camera. It's a good deal. Let me explain. The Canon Vixia R800 is a consumer camcorder. This is a small yet competent camcorder. Simple design, and it costs less than $200. It has a dedicated mic input, a headphone monitoring jack, an HDMI port, and a USB port, in addition to the simple on and off and playback button. This is a simple design and a simple camcorder, and it is very easy to use. When comparing the camcorder to a DSLR or Micro Four Thirds, the size definitely will go to the advantage of the R800. The battery life is a toss-up, but when talking about recording videos, the video record time on the Canon camcorder will be longer than most DSLRs. The stabilization in the R800 is excellent, but there are other cameras that have excellent stabilization too. The image quality will definitely be better in the DSLR or the Micro Four Thirds, and the audio and video features will be much more abundant in the DSLR and the Micro Four Thirds cameras as well. But when it comes to the ability to zoom and considering the price, the camcorder could be a good option for you. Rounding up some of the pros and cons of this camera, first of all, it's affordable. Beginners can learn to use this very easily. It has continuous video recording file sizes with no limits. It has great battery life, and it can zoom. That's very important for a camcorder. All things considered, no camera is perfect. The video quality on this is good, but it's not great. The low light quality is kind of poor. It has limited manual controls, and the angle of view is too narrow, I believe, for vlogging. You have to hold the camera far away from your face. Everything is in focus, and there's not much background blur. Wanted to take a few minutes and talk about the Canon Vixia R800. I just picked this camera up, and there's a couple of reasons why I wanted this camera. It was very specific. Well, one was the price was right. I mean, it was very inexpensive. It was about $100, 112 bucks exactly, off of the Canon site from the refurbished section. So it was a really good deal. One of the main things I wanted to accomplish with this camera was to be able to zoom in and zoom out. And that's something you just can't do well with the DSLR, a Micro Four Thirds camera, or an action cam. All cameras have their place. All cameras have their strong suits, and all cameras have weaknesses. So I'm trying to, as cheaply as possible, get the cameras that I need to do the job that I need to do. So a lot of folks are looking at the R800, they're looking at the price, and I think probably you would assume that it's a bad camera. On this setup right here that I'm talking on, I have a Rode VideoMic Pro plugged directly into the camera, so you're hearing a really good audio input into the camera, and you're seeing the picture straight out of the camera the way you see it. It's definitely a camera that you could vlog with, that you could get into YouTubing and entry-level, stuff without needing a whole lot of gear. You can just pick it up and take off and do your thing and not have to worry about all the extra gear, because the audio is decent, the video quality is great, the stabilization is good, it's not weatherproof, it won't take a beating, and it's not going to give you a super mega artistic look, but it's going to give you solid performance for a great price. I mean, 113 bucks refurbished from Canon. Don't think you have to go buy the Sony A7S or the A9 or the A7R2 or whatever, to have some dramatic looking footage, because you know, really it comes down to who you are, content, what you're presenting, what you're teaching, what you're showing. That's what brings people back to your YouTube channel. So don't get too caught up in the gear. Keep it simple, and sometimes you can get away with a lot less.